The house always smelled like lavender and lemon pledge. Whenever my mother-in-law Martha was coming over, it was a sterile, suffocating kind of clean. My daughter Chloe, who's only 10, was usually a ball of energy, a real firecracker. But the second that silver sedan pulled into the driveway, she'd turn into a statue. I never really saw it at first. I just thought Martha was being, well, Martha, old school, traditional, a bit of a perfectionist. But then it was the little comments. Chloe would reach for a cookie. We'd be at a summer cookout, the kind with burgers, corn on the cob, and 3 different types of potato salad, just 1 chocolate chip cookie, and Martha's hand would snap out like a trap covering the plate. "Oh, honey," Martha would coo, with that sugary, fake smile that never quite reached her eyes. "Are we sure we need the extra sugar? You've already got such healthy proportions. We don't want to lose that jawline, do we?" Chloe would just shrink. Her hand would drop, and she'd mumble something about not being hungry anyway. I tried to talk to my husband, David. I'd say, "Dave, your mom is getting into Chloe's head." And he'd just sigh, staring at his phone, and say, "Babe, she's just looking out for her. You know how the world is? It's tough out there for girls. She just wants Chloe to be fit, healthy." Healthy. That word started to feel like a threat. By the time Chloe turned 11, the healthy talk had turned into an obsession. I started finding things. Little scraps of paper in her trash can. Lists. Long, frantic lists of every single thing she'd put in her mouth. 1 apple, 95 calories. Half a sandwich, 200. Water, 0. The most heartbreaking part? Underneath the Sunday entry, she'd written, "Grandma's coming. Drink only water. Stay small." My 11-year-old daughter was trying to stay small for a woman who was supposed to love her unconditionally. The breaking point happened last Tuesday. It was Chloe's school bake sale. She'd spent all night making these incredible lemon bars. She was so proud, beaming. When we got home, she actually took a small bite of a leftover one. Martha walked in, unannounced as usual. She didn't even say hello. She just looked at the lemon bar in Chloe's hand, then at Chloe's waist, and made this clicking sound with her tongue. "Is that what we're doing today, Chloe? Giving up?" Chloe didn't cry. Not then. She just walked to the bathroom and locked the door. I followed her, and through the wood, I heard it. The rhythmic clink, clink, clink of the metal scale hitting the tile. She was stepping on and off. I didn't knock and on again. I just went straight to the kitchen where Martha was casually making tea. "Martha," I said, my voice shaking, "you need to leave." She looked at me like I'd grown a second head. "Excuse me? I'm just trying to save her from the struggle." Sarah, if someone had told me to stop eating bread at that age, maybe I wouldn't have spent my 30s in a girdle. "She is 11, I screamed. "She is a child. She thinks her worth is measured in pounds because you decided your love was conditional on her dress size." David walked in then, trying to play peacemaker, but I wasn't having it. I showed him the lists. I told him about the scale. I told him that our daughter wasn't fit. She was terrified. I looked Martha dead in the eye and said, "You are not a coach. You are not a doctor. And until you can look at Chloe and see a human being instead of a calorie count, you are not welcome in this house." Martha left in a huff, muttering about ingratitude. That night, I sat on the edge of Chloe's bed. We didn't talk about diets. We didn't talk about health. I just held her. Later, we went to the kitchen. I grabbed those lemon bars, put a huge one on a plate, and sat it in front of her. "Is Grandma mad?" she whispered. "It doesn't matter," I told her. "What matters is you are enough. Exactly as you are now. Tell me if these need more powdered sugar." She took a bite, a real big messy bite, and for the first time in months,